Frank, did you know you're a part of a missing persons case along with several conspiracy theories? Excuse me? Welcome to the club! Is that why I have like 1,000 notifications? From what? My phone? I charged it for the first time in like 2 years because Percy told me you were working on some tech thing and I got curious. Have you been answering people? No, I just glanced over a couple of them and then got immediately overwhelmed because I haven't talked to my friends in like 2 years and I just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, no. Yeah, the first one was like, miss you, man. Hope you're okay wherever you are. I'm having some emotions about that. That sucks. Do you have a lot of friends back home? Would you believe it? Yeah, I had several pretty close ones. Would you like an entertaining distraction? Is it about how I'm missing? No, but we'll get to that. Currently, it's about Percy's long police record. Oh, lovely. Yeah, let's hear more about that. Okay. During the resulting search for the two students after the initial explosion? I'll work on your phone. You can Google it later. Jackson was allegedly spotted with the unnamed student and Annabeth Chase, see related articles, on a cruise ship called the Princess Andromeda, and then again at an infamous donut chain called Monster Donut. Oh, not Monster Donut. How do you... Oh, the aquarium. Yes, Percy, let's talk about how I panicked and went goldfish mode. I've been waiting for that one to come back up. They sponsor a portion of the Georgia Aquarium. Hey, at least you weren't a guinea pig. That happened to me a couple days after these alleged sightings. Explain? Sorry, not in the police report. That's classified. What about the cruise ship? You just take a luxury break in the middle of a quest? Actually, it was owned by Luke Castellan and infested with mist-covered monsters. Oh! Also, recently found out that he bought it from Triumvirate Holdings. Rocked my world a little bit. Nero owned them? Yup. And how did he afford that? Wasn't he, like, young? Pretty sure he was, like, 19 at the time, and also pretty sure that he sold his soul to Kronos, so... Discount for those with common world-controlling goals. Yeah, they really wanted him to succeed. Gross! Also, why do mortals label Monster Donut as infamous? Listen, Monster Donut is widely believed to be a front for money laundering, as there are no sales records, identifiable staff, or health code certifications filed for the business, despite new locations popping up around the country seemingly overnight. Videos of various locations have shown individuals entering and exiting with boxes labeled as donuts, but no one identifiable has ever been able to enter and actually purchase donuts from the chain. Because you have to be a monster to purchase the Monster Donuts. The chain holds various sponsorships across the country, which conspiracy theorists have also pointed to as being suspicious, as the locations have no connection to or shared intentions as the chain. Most online believe it to be a money laundering scheme. The Princess Andromeda has a concerning history as well, as it is considered a haunted cruise ship. In the last few years it sailed, guests consistently reported strange events on board and encounters with suspicious individuals. Some even claim the ship causes memory loss, as some guests reported having difficulty recalling their vacation at all, saying it was, quote, hard to focus on anything around them and would, quote, forget the face of people they had just been talking to. These claims are not substantiated with any evidence and have been mostly chalked up to guests being inebriated and disoriented aboard the ship. However, a few years later, the ship did eventually suffer a dramatic engine failure that resulted in a massive explosion that destroyed and sank the cruise ship. Conspiracy theorists have further pushed the idea that something supernatural happened aboard the ship, as only a single body was recovered from the wreckage, 18-year-old Charles Beckendorf. See related articles. Oh my god. That explosion was Greek fire placed by Beckendorf. There were no mortals aboard, and he successfully destroyed Kronos' ship and basically saved my life. Absolute hero. He was the head of the Hephaestus cabin before me. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's kind of a legend. The sightings of Jackson at these infamous locations do have some credibility, but some think Percy's reputation has led to an odd version of Where's Waldo. People claiming to spot him in all sorts of suspicious locations, but having flimsy or no proof. For example, the security footage of Jackson at Monster Donut being from an unofficial internet sleuth looking into the Monster Donut, and the sightings of Jackson on the Andromeda being cited by those again, quote, forgetting the face of people they had just been talking to. The claims gained a sort of meme status before dying down in the months following the Meriwether College Prep incident, which again was officially settled as a freak accident. You're a meme, Percy? Ah! Where did you come from? New Orleans originally. Oh my god. I learned how to shadow travel. Wait, really? No. You guys were just really enthralled in the story and I snuck up on you. Piper 100% saw me though. I did. How long have you been standing there? Enough time to be invested. Keep going. This is a good question. Do you want to see what's happening in my brain? This is what I'm picturing. I really can't fit more than 3 characters in a thing at one time, so I just kind of have to shuffle around the name tags and hope that people get the gist. So we have Piper, Leo, Percy, Frank, Hazel. I really have no idea how to go from here. I don't know how in the world I'm going to make it make sense that the other ones are over here. Like, I don't want to make up an excuse for somebody to leave, but like, yeah, I have no idea. But look at my little sketchy friends. Look at them. Also, I've been asked a couple times if I was writing all of this down. Yes. I have a color-coded 31-page doc. Then we have just a whole bunch in the Notes app. See, look, I did keep count when we did the Never Have I Ever. Look at these numbers. And also some of it lives in this notebook. What did you do? I stole a Lamborghini. My brain is rotten, and it's full of Percy Jackson. Look, I found a deeply immersive Harry Potter timeline. I lost my chill so long ago that this is just like normal behavior for me. Look, there's a rogue, Nick Nelson. Comic concept art, so much project planning, passwords. This is how I plan cosplays sometimes too. And I'll leave it with that. 6 months later, Percy Jackson was cited as a person of interest in 4 missing persons cases. 4? Oh my god! At Westover Hall in Bar Harbor, Maine, 2 students and the military academy's vice principal, Dr. Thorne, went missing during a school event. Admin seemingly did not notice the 2 students' absence until the next morning, and authorities were promptly alerted. Security camera footage was reviewed, and the 2 students, siblings, named Nico and Bianca D'Angelo, were seen being escorted off campus grounds by Dr. Thorne. Attempts were made to contact Dr. Thorne, but none were successful. Police investigated the whereabouts of the man and were unable to find any substantial leads as to where he or the children were located. This investigation did, however, uncover that the man was working at the military academy under false credentials. Thorne was cited as the number 1 suspect, and authorities believe the false credentials show that this was a premeditated act to kidnap these children. There's been no identified connection between the 2 siblings and Dr. Thorne, so perhaps the intention was general and not directly related to the 2 siblings. However, not much can be proven, as not only was the background and whereabouts of Dr. Thorne unknown, I believe he was a manticore, but so were the backgrounds of the missing children. The 2 were found to be attending the school on falsified transcripts. Looking deeper into the children, the 2 names Bianca and Nico D'Angelo turned up missing person cases from the 1940s. It quickly became evident that the 2 had stolen or been forced to take on the identity of the 2 children. The original D'Angelos, after relocating to Washington, D.C. from Italy, lost their mother due to lightning striking the hotel they were staying in. What? Yeah. Lightning strike is such a freak thing. Not when Zeus is involved. Oh, so that part's true. Zeus killed... Oh. Let's be careful about our name usage here. Oh, right. Yup. They then became wards of the state and were enrolled in a boarding school for a brief period before promptly disappearing. It is theorized that the lawyer responsible for the 2 may have had something to do with the disappearance, as he was the one that reportedly removed them from the boarding school the last day they were seen. The 2 siblings have never reappeared and are largely believed to have been kidnapped or murdered. However, it is worth mentioning that the 2 reportedly had a large trust fund that was slowly drained in the following 70-plus years. As a result, some believe the children to still be alive, just existing off-grid and in their 80s, 90s, citing the slowly drained assets. Should someone have been after them for monetary reasons, a slow process makes little sense. Still, the case was left to gather dust for years before suddenly being uncovered in our investigation. The unsettling details of our case draw an odd parallel to the disappearances of these children, both being removed from their respective schools by a close authority figure with little to no questions asked. Investigators have come to believe that an unknown individual enrolled these 2 children at Westover Hall under these stolen identities, but have made no progress in discovering why. Probably because accidental time travel isn't on their list of theories. You're kidding me. The real identity of the 2 children, now estimated to be in their late teens, was never found. Oh, this is gonna be really off. They never found Bianca's body. These guys would have no idea. Oh, so they're looking for both of them. Yeah, but by far the strangest detail of the case is the stark resemblance of the fake D'Angelos to the real ones. Photo comparison is shocking to say the least. This has led to some very sinister theories about who these children might be. Mentions of cults, genetic cloning, data breaches, higher powers testing what they can get away with, and simply mere coincidence have all sprung up online attached to wild speculation. The most popular internet theory is that this is a strong case for time travel. There it is! Citing the shocking resemblance, similar stories, and the compelling testimony of fellow classmates that the two were detached, confused by modern technology, and the insistence of the two that they did not remember where they came from or what happened to their parents. Wait, that's scary. Can you imagine being so displaced like that? Yes. Oh my god. Okay, these are just theories and superfluous to police investigation. Returning to reality, when examining all security footage from the night the two students were removed from campus, all students and faculty were accounted for, but footage caught images of 4 extra teenagers in attendance at the dance. The aforementioned Grover Underwood, see related articles, and Beth Chase, see related articles. We're coming back to that, right? Yes. Our person of interest, Percy Jackson, and another female student. This brings us to our 4th missing person case. Oh my god. It is unknown what these teenagers, known to be New York residents, were doing in Maine at Westover Hall. A small altercation was caught on camera between Jackson and Dr. Thorne while the D'Angelos watched. Some have speculated that Jackson somehow knew that Thorne was going to take the children, but his true motivation or how he could have had foreknowledge of this is a mystery. Investigation has turned up zero connection between anyone working or attending the school and any of the aforementioned names. Investigators turn to the identity of the unknown 4th student as being their only potential lead, although, granted, her case is entirely circumstantial and not grounded in fact. But outside of this lead, we are left with no explanation as to why they were in attendance the night of the 2 D'Angelos and, by extension, Dr. Thorne's disappearance. Is he dead? Yes, but he's a monster, so he'll be back at some point. What a lovely sentiment. They don't follow the rules of YOLO. Not this again. What is YOLO? It stands for you only live once. Well. Not me, though. You have lived twice! Yolt. You are my favorite person.